The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway for Wild Card Weekend. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's tackled for a short gain. Rookie out of Washington making that tackle.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's going deep. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing from the gun. He's got him. That's Tracy. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
He's got it to his running back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. All set up now for first and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9. Dropping back to throw. He's on the move. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
He beams one deep right side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That is Marcus Jones. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Off play action, it's Fields. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
And the Giants going nickel, third down coming.
Don't jump, ready?
Shotgun snap to Fields. Caught, nice gain left side. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Let's go now.
They're throwing it. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. Give him 32 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Dumped off to his running back. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Back to throw, needing a 1st. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, Sai. Sit high.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Angel, Angel, Angel.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Oh, nice adjustment to bring in that tip pass. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Here we go. You good?
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Hey, Ken. Here we go, tonight.
Cut out left. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Bobby Okereke making that stop. They'll send him over right. Fields now on third. He has the first over the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Commanders take a 13-0 lead. Seibert now to add the extra point. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Power squib kick is taken in. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Robinson sent in motion left. Second and 10 now. Pass cut by Tracy. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They start out with a 3rd and 6. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. He gets 6 on that play, and it's good enough for a New York first down. They go play action here. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left with 4th down here. The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. Oh, and they're going to fake this one. Wait for it on the fake, but he couldn't connect with his man. Incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs.
A lot of these punters back in the day, well, they used to be quarterbacks back in high school. Not anymore. Those glory days are long gone, and the arms just don't have quite the touch they used to. It was a dangerous call choosing to pass it, and it sure backfired there. You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Has him on the quick hitter. He's got it in the red zone. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Washington, first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Offense in the hurry up here. Chased out to his right. And they take this in for the score. The Commanders take a 20-zip lead. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, I'd say some frustrations at the deficit bleeding over onto the field as they get rung up for the personal foul.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Frustration and emotion, right? You got to play with emotion, but you can't let emotion play you, and especially when you're digging out of a hole like they are.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To the air now on 1st and 10. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
To throw again on 2nd and 10. Taken in by Bellinger. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's got him. That's Tracy. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Finds his target, Robinson. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Pass play to call on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off play action. It's Fields. He puts some power on a deep one. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Fields out of the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Here we go.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders boat racing them to the halftime locker room. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in. So leave that score as is. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. That is Marcus Jones. And he makes the Heffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. On the return, here comes Olszewski. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. Caught by Theo Johnson. And they'll be at midfield here as he gets out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. From midfield now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. And now it's 2nd down. Setting up a throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to.
And the Commanders get home. They drop in. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, this is one of those times and moments that even though it's been years and decades, I could still hear the great Mike Holmgren saying to me, after I tried to scramble as a QB that couldn't really run like our guy today, and he would say, "Oh, Brock, bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart." And really what he's saying is, don't ever try that again.
Here's the snap on 4th. Finds a seam down the middle. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hits his running back. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
From the gun on third down. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Here we go.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. All right, here we go, second down.
Easy. Don't jump. Ready? Right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. He puts some air under this one, deep right. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing third and long.
Up. Here we go, side. EQ. Tonight.
Play action, Fields. He's looking deep once again. Big gain downfield. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. First down throw for Fields. Throwing for the end zone. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders get more points to end a lopsided first half. Seibert now to add the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. Got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone, and that shows what kind of game they've been having. Even that works for them, and it adds an extra 2 to their lead. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half.
60 Eagles, 70
He's back to throw. He's trying to push the field. Oh, no, they get him yet again. That is Marcus Jones. And the Commanders watch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. Wow, bringing it out from the back of the end zone here. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Monday. Here we go, side. Out.
They put a receiver in motion right.
Go.
Fields on first down. Has him. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. And they get it back. A huge play continues. Working quickly here. On first and 10, it's Fields. Fits it through the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You got a mini base. What? Here we go. Lunch right. Good eye.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. The 40. Hits the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You get a pick-6. You get a pick-6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick-6 and multiple highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Fields looking to throw. He's got the hook up to Watkins. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Robinson on the inside give. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Catch is made down the right sideline. This play goes for 36. And the Commanders will have a first. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
We'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
He has the first over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Offense up to the line fast.
You got a
1st down from the red zone. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Giants will gain possession up beyond their own 20 after a nice return. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Play action on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. They're going for this. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Quarterback so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him.
Here we go.
He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
He sends this one to the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Don't jump. Ready?
Off play action. It's Fields. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Hey. Here we go.
Off the play fake. He'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Commanders ready for the punt. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing. Connects with Johnson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Throwing from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
He finds Slayton. And he'll be touched down after a big play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Still sticking with the passing game. He fires one deep down the middle. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he gets him around 6 there. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
He connects downfield on 4th. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. The Giants have the ball, and they have work to do to save their playoff run. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Gets this to Johnson. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Giants making the scoreboard look a touch better. Gano's point after is good. And the Giants cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
Giants 14. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano ready to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. We're good.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play action, Fields. He's on the move. He's on the move. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
That one's complete over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Fields on 1st down. And it falls incomplete. Went for the deep ball there, but just couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Finds him over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Working quickly here. Another throw for Fields. On the move, headed right. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders continue piling it on here in the 4th. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Chooses to bring this one out. And this drive will start inside the 25.
On the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Pocket isn't holding up. stop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. They get 22 on that one, and the Giants will have a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Let's go now.
Throwing now on first down. Taking his shot deep down the field. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants putting up points in a game decided. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
Giants 21. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Hey, Jan. Here we go.
Fields out of the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. So we will not reach the 2-minute warning. The defense calling time here, 2:08 on the clock.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second and 8. Throwing deep for the end zone. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Commanders keep running away with this. Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Commanders continue piling onto this lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Giants just want to get out of here with how this one has gone. Back to pass on first and 10. Forced out to his right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third and long for him here. He finds Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York first down. He's dropping back to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing it again here. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. Still one more in their pocket to use. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Let's go.
They'll throw it again. Connects with Johnson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he brings this one in, but does so out of bounds. That throw just took him too close to the boundary. We've got 4th down.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
He'll throw it yet again. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Pass play now. Oh, what an effort. Diving, making the catch along the right sideline. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's going to stand. They are throwing it again. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
Plays like that are called twofers. It's why coaches live 2 years for one. All the planning, great play call, careful execution led to that, and it was still dropped to the turf. Touchdown lost.
Back to the air here on 2nd and 10. And there's our last in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Commanders make the interception on what is the final play of this game. To score this as a win for the Commanders. And they were the top-ranked team in action in this wild card round, Brock. So this was always the expectation that they'd advance through to the divisional round. And next week, they're going to be right back here playing for a spot in that conference championship. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.